Welcome to this explainer. Today we're bringing you a super swift, high-value briefing on the polyoxymethylene, or POM, market for the third week of August 2026. If you're tracking polymer pricing, revisions, and market predictions, you know exactly how incredibly fast conditions can shift out there. So we're going to break down the absolute latest intelligence directly from the source, giving you a clear map of where the market stands literally right this second.
So how exactly are freight issues and limited imports shaping the POM market for August 2026? Well, that's the central puzzle facing buyers globally right now. We're going to look at how these global supply chain friction points are directly impacting your procurement strategy, product availability, and most importantly, your margins today. Whether you're dealing with local spot markets or waiting on international shipments, this dynamic is exactly what's driving the numbers we're about to see.
Section 1. The POM feedstock baseline. Okay, let's dive into this and set up our foundational cost data for the market.
The methanol feedstock baseline is currently sitting at exactly 2,730 RMB per metric ton. That is our starting point. This metric is absolutely crucial because it gives us the baseline production cost context before things like freight issues, regional demand lulls, or local stock levels start pulling final retail prices in a million different directions. Definitely keep this 2,730 figure in the back of your mind as we check out how different parts of the world are reacting.
Section 2. Tracking Global Regional Bazaars. Now we're taking a rapid-fire tour of the global landscape to see how different regions are handling these current pressures.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer contrast between these regions right now. It's striking. Take the US. Despite pretty dull demand, significant freight issues are actually pushing prices up. We're talking an increase of $45 to reach $1,590 per metric ton. Meanwhile, over in Europe, they're also seeing dull demand, but without those same acute freight spikes impacting their immediate numbers, European prices are remaining completely flat, unchanged at 1,550 euros per metric ton. Swinging over to Asia, the Chinese market is dealing with really high trader stocks because of poor demand. As a result, buyers there are strictly purchasing on a need basis, playing a very cautious wait-and-watch game. And finally, checking in on the Indian bazaar, their spot market actually remains quite active. Prices are assessed at 157 to 159 rupees per kilogram in Mumbai and 160 to 162 rupees per kilogram in Delhi, ex-GST. It really just shows you how highly fragmented the global market is, with local conditions totally overriding general demand trends.
Section 3. The Current Buying Pulse. Let's synthesize this regional data and figure out the current market conflict.
There's a very specific tension defining the POM market right now. On one side of the tug-of-war, you've got modest, need-based buying and totally adequate overall supplies. But pulling in the exact opposite direction is the limited availability of select imported grades. This whole push and pull dynamic is keeping the market slightly firm, but honestly, largely range-bound. Because there are adequate overall supplies balancing out that limited import availability, we're really only seeing minor price fluctuations across the board instead of massive market-wide spikes. It's a super delicate balancing act right now.
Section 4. The Final Purchase Recommendation. This right here is the climax of the briefing, the ultimate takeaway for a supply chain manager's bottom line.
So the crucial point is captured perfectly in this direct quote. Due to limited availability, traders might raise their retail prices, so we advise buying. Now, just to be totally clear, as an explainer, we are simply reporting the definitive conclusion provided by the market intelligence source here. They're looking at that limited availability of select imported grades we just discussed, forecasting that traders are going to leverage that scarcity to bump up retail prices, and officially advising a buy position to lock in current rates before those hikes actually take effect.
Section 5. The Polymer Bazaar chatbot. Let's introduce a practical 24/7 solution for staying instantly ahead of these exact types of market shifts.
Honestly, having real-time intelligence like this is pretty much the only way to navigate a market this fragmented. Polymer Bazaar provides an amazing tool designed to save you a massive amount of time. It fetches real-time polymer pricing, market news, price revisions, forecasts, and even official company price lists. And it delivers the whole shebang directly to you in under 5 seconds. It's perfectly designed to make sure you never miss a sudden price revision or a critical market prediction, no matter where you are or what time of day it is.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how incredibly simple and fast it is to secure this vital market intelligence. You don't even need a complex dashboard. Step 1, just open WhatsApp. Step 2, send the text POM to +91 93746
24365. Step 3, you instantly receive the weekly report and future trend information right there on your phone. It is instant bazaar data and company price lists securely and reliably delivered straight to your chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does not get easier than that.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. You've seen the deep regional disparities, you understand the tension between adequate overall supply and limited imported grades, and you've heard the source's definitive advice to buy now. So, looking at all this data, will you secure your supply before traders inevitably raise their retail prices? Or are you going to adopt a wait-and-watch method? The data is in your hands, but the next move is yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this briefing, and keep analyzing those markets.